law is the former cheerleader trainer player. Their positive contribution this evening is a direct result of your dedication to their excellence and their result in the nation's best. On behalf of the administrators, teachers, coaches, and all those who are present with your children, we applaud and thank you. Please rise. Gentlemen, colleagues, under your hats and help us honor America to play the national anthem.
Good evening. Welcome to M.O. Campbell Athletic Sports Center in Houston, Texas. It is Aldine ISD basketball on Vype Live. I'm yours truly, Michael Lewis, along with my man Kyle Harris in the house with me. And we have this game tonight between Nimitz, Aldine Nimitz, and also the home team, Aldine MacArthur. Now, the Generals on the season 4-8, and also just coming off of a loss as well just last week in a tournament play. And Nimitz is actually coming off of a loss as well, a very close loss as well, and they are 6-6 on the season. Now with Nimitz, they got a lot of great seniors on the ball club. Anaya Richard and also Holly Richardson and also Kiera Hubbard are actually one of those key seniors on that ball club. Now, Kyle, also, MacArthur actually has the Rio Villas sisters.
Yeah, the Rebelito
sisters, and also Sydney Patterson on that ball club as well. And they are 4-8.
Jackson
right.
ended up graduating. And so now this year, she said they're focusing on working it around the perimeter a little bit more and focusing more on guard play, not feeding the post as much. And we'll see how that plays out, tonight as we're hearing some of the starting lineups from both these clubs. And then when it comes to Nimitz and Coach Van Zett, I talked to her a little bit just about her girls and what they have to work on. She said a lot of young bucks that got in there. She had 8 seniors graduate last year, so a lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors coming in, having to coach them up. And right now it should be a really good matchup between both these clubs.
And and the thing is that I think the big key for Nimitz is actually, from what I've been told, basically is to actually get the ball into Holly Richardson.
Yeah.
Because I covered one of her volleyball games last year. Looked like in the off season she did a lot more weight training as well. Got a little bit more stronger as well. And even though she's undersized at 6 foot, Holly's very physical, and that's going to be her and Anaya Richard are going to probably be the two key people that will start once Anaya Richard. And also both of these young ladies are volleyball players on a great volleyball team they had went to the playoffs. So it's going to be a good game. They're getting ready to start here in Houston. As you probably know, it's been a great emotional weekend at Albany ISD, as you probably know, for the Nimitz, especially the Nimitz women's team. The ball is being tipped off as well. It is now bringing it down MacArthur. It's going to be Rubito. Swings it out now to Kim Johnson. This ball is stolen by Nimitz. It's going to be up into the foul. Brianna Fisher with the steal. And the foul is going to be on number 11. Irana Kim Johnson for MacArthur. If you're watching the game, Nimitz is going south to north, and MacArthur's going north to south. At the line for Nimitz, it's Brianna Fisher, a 5'4" senior. She's going to be graduating this year as well. One of the 4 they have. Fisher up. Pass is good. 1-0. The Nimitz Lady Cougars lead this one. Ball's in. Eaton.
Good pressure here from Nimitz.
Great pressure. Rubito. Ball is tipped away by Holly Richardson.
He's going to stay with MacArthur, though. And another thing that Coach Danzer talked to me about the MacArthur defense a little bit, trying to pressure the ball a little bit more and play a little bit more physical on defense. So we'll see if that translates for the Lady Generals tonight.
Rubito swings it out now to Torres. Torres is going to look inside now. Key is going to be looking inside now to number 15. That's a key player. Shot up by Kim Johnson, no good. Here's a ball going down. Swings it out.
See the MacArthur Generals, we're going to just focus a little bit on their mascot cheerleaders in that top corner a little bit, trying to give their Lady Generals a bit of momentum there.
Kendall Roberts with the basket.
Nice bucket there by Kiana Carter of Nimitz. That nice little left hand. And that full court pressure again, Michael, is causing Generals to having to pass up. They were able to break it this time, but that's something to look out for in the rest of the game.
Eden out to Rubito. Rubito with the shot. It's off.
Big
Eden
steal
with the big steal. Back up now. Nimitz on down, up, and going up for that shot was number 3. Anaya Richard. And that foul is going to be on the second foul for MacArthur. That's going to be on Arena Camp Johnson.
Yeah, right now you see Nimitz using defense into offense, getting some of these transition buckets, getting to the line a little bit more.
And
MacArthur, though, needing to find a little bit more rhythm on offense.
And it's what we were talking about earlier, in the earlier part of the game, that the shot's no good by Richard.
And we got a little timeout here on the court. Just had a little baby ended up going across.
A little one wanted to play this ball game tonight.
We're gonna have to stop play just for a little bit delay here. Good luck there. Good thing they're shooting free throws right now. Not too much. Not too much
stop
in the way.
The game. Second shot for Richard's going to come up, and it's good.
Yeah, so Nimitz with an early 4-0 lead.
4-0. Nimitz leading. Rubito. Ball's tipped. Richards going up, and pass is good.
And that's just Nimitz on the transition again. Transition buckets coming. They're turning defense into offense here. MacArthur trying to figure out how to break this press.
Kendall Roberts with the basket. Rubito, no good. And shots up, and that was... That's going to be on Brianna Fisher at the foul. And... at the line, is Lanice Addison.
Yeah, good offensive rebound there for Addison, going up with that left hand, getting hacked.
Shots
She's gonna
up,
get a couple
no good.
attempts at the free throw line.
6-0 in this one. Get you caught up on what's going on tonight in this district as well. District. Ball's not in. Didn't fall. Excuse me. Richard with the ball.
And they're going to call an offensive foul there on Nimitz.
And that's going to be on.
That's Kiana Hubbard. They
Hubbard.
called that one on. We'll see if MacArthur can take advantage. Had two attempts at the free throw line, and Addison not able to convert.
Swing it down, MacArthur, Eaton, the Rubito now back over to Torres back to Eaton, out to Eaton, out to Torres. Shot from the corner, it's no good, off Rubito.
Yeah, and good job by Rebolito there, in position to try and get that rebound, just not able to corral it coming down. Good back to Nimitz, but sorry to cut you off there, Mike, but now we can see Nimitz not in the transition. We'll see how the offense faces MacArthur, who's ready and set in the half court.
That's true.
There's that
ball stolen
by Eden, and it looks like she traveled.
It's like Eden traveled
got
with
the ball,
that one.
so they're going to give that back to Nimitz. But you like the trap there, and you like to see the physical defense trying to get in there, grabbing the ball, just not able to keep it on the ground, you know.
Right. Roberts, okay. Nimitz hands it in now.
Ooh, a little behind the back. It's Kiara Carter.
Shots off. Rebound by Fisher. Kicks it in. Oh, and ball was lost.
Nice steal there by the Generals, and then it's going to be another foul on, I believe that's on Hubbard again, so she's going to have to check out.
For Nimitz, one of the new young guys,
Hubbard checking out Brass coming in.
Meyer Brass coming in, one of the young guns.
And Hubbard picking up those two early fouls pretty quickly, so good decision by Van Zandt to get another person in there. No, don't want to pick up any more foul troubles. Hubbard, one of your starters, and have her in late.
And that's been one of the problems with Nimitz in that tournament, those tournaments as well. Foul trouble.
Yeah.
It's really costly. Rebolito. Oh, good try here by Brass. It's going to be off of her.
And I'm really liking the defense I'm seeing from Nimitz in the half court. Not really letting MacArthur get anything inside. Nothing too easy. If they're gonna have to get quality shots up for them to start scoring some baskets.
Eaton out. Now in for MacArthur is Addison. Rebolito into Addison. Addison to back. Ball's loose. Rebolito gets it. And it's stolen. It's back up now. It's going to be off of Rebolito, I believe. Yes. It's going to be off of Rebolito. It's going to be Nimitz basketball. 6-0 in this one. We just started.
It's so hard for me to take everything seriously with this big general in the mask up here in this top corner, man. You see him dancing the cheerleaders, man. It gets me every time.
Nimitz down. The shot's up. No good. Brass was off of Brass's foot, so it's out of bounds. It's MacArthur basketball. Rebolito.
Oh, it
stepped out.
Unfortunately, just not in bounds on that one, and it's tough, man. It's just the little things that are hurting MacArthur right now. They're playing a fine game defensively, but offensively they're struggling.
It's just
to make
breakdowns, and that's what it's costing them through the 6 out of 7 losses they had during that streak of losses. Swings out. Carter.
Pull it back. Through the first quarter, about 4 minutes to go.
Get into Holly Richardson. Ball stripped from her. It'll be a jump ball. Ball's in. Brass shot, good. 8-0. Nimitz leading this ball game. Ball's in, good pressure. But a foul is going to be on. No, foul's going to be on Riverito. Looks like not. Okay, Nimitz is going to take a time. MacArthur's going to take a timeout. We're going to take the timeout with him. With the score, the Aldine Nimitz Lady Cougars 8 and the Aldine MacArthur Lady Mustangs 0. You are listening to Aldine ISD basketball on Vype Live. We're back here at Emo Campbell Center in Houston. Thank you very much for joining us for this district match between Aldine MacArthur and Aldine Nimitz. Nimitz is leading this ball game 8-0. Nimitz has been really pressing the ball. They had a stop and play.
Got a little wet spot over there by the Nimitz bench.
As we said earlier, this has been a very great week, emotionally great week for the last 2 days for Aldine ISD as a whole, but not only that for Nimitz High School. As you probably know, they celebrated, and some of the varsity and junior varsity players for Nimitz will be going to City Hall to celebrate via via virtual with Aldine ISD Hall of Famer Brittany Griner, who is released in WNBA two-time MVP and gold medalist.
We're glad she's home.
We are. Back to the action. Addison trying to take a shot up, and it's off. Carter, but Addison takes the steal. Weberito
on that for Addison.
Getting out of Cressida. Cressida lost it. Brownlow. It's off, but the rebound, Carter. Swings it out. Fisher, Carter.
Big three right there from Richards. Wow.
Now Richards for the three. Nimitz is up 11-0. Revelito bringing it down. Look for somebody. Finds Torres. Ball's kicked off for Holly Richardson.
Yeah, MacArthur trying their best to try and limit Nimitz here playing in that zone, but that did give Richardson that open look on that right wing three.
Mm-hmm.
They're at it pretty open and set, had time for it and let it loose. And you take those as MacArthur first three for Nimitz this game, and you got to get some of those to go down though if you're MacArthur. A lot of threes going up and nothing coming home for the Lady Generals tonight.
Nothing, and they're now on. The drought of gone pretty much through the first quarter. It's 11-0. Nimitz leading this one. Richardson swings it out. Brass trying to take it down. Back up is Brass. Good. Meyer Brass with the score. I checked that. It's Maisha Williams with the score. The senior, 5'5" senior. Shot by Brass. No good. 13-0. Nimitz leads this one. Torres.
Coach Danzer, MacArthur calls her tiny.
Over to Patterson. Swings it in. Addison. Casetta. Shot's no good.
I mean, it's another open for three for MacArthur that they're just not hitting right now, Michael.
And they're not. They're not.
But they're getting good looks, you know.
They're getting good looks. Let's see if there was a foul on that one as Brass is trying to go up.
Got a substitution here, getting Rebelito in, checking out his Torres.
Okay, so the ball was just out on Meyer Brass. Rebelito checking in. It's Rebelito bringing it up.
Kudos for Coach Vincent on not letting up on those full court presses. I know you're up 13-0, but it's still the first quarter, and it's been working so far for Nimitz, so don't want to do something. And it looks like it's going to be a timeout by Coach Danzer and the MacArthurs. We'll take it with them. Don't go anywhere. Nimitz leading MacArthur 13-0 here on Vype Live.
We're back here at Emil Campbell Center in Houston. Kyle Harris along with Michael Lewis with you. It is the first district opener for Aldine ISD and between MacArthur and Nimitz. MacArthur bring it in. Rebelito swings it out to Patterson. Patterson back to Rebelito. Trying to kick it in. And get it in, and it is going to be a foul. It's going to be a Maya Brass. Check that the actual for MacArthur taking the shot. That was the Keisha Ned. Looks like the foul was on the floor. Casetta bringing it in. Ned. It's going to be a foul. MacArthur foul is going to be on Nia. No, Nimitz foul is going to be on Nia Oliver. Casetta is going to bring it in for MacArthur. Casetta to Patterson. Patterson over to Rebelito.
Nice job of Rebelito going in there. Not settling for the jump shot. Now another chance at the charity stripe for MacArthur.
And I think MacArthur's during that timeout they're going to try to pressure the inside. Nimitz leaves his ball game. Carter. Brass blocked by Rebelito. Bringing it down. Rebelito no. Rebound by Brass. Out to Carter. Carter shot. No.
In and out.
But good rebound. Richard. Good job. 15-1. You come to the end of first quarter. Nimitz has dominated this game. Basket shot by Cassetta's no good. That's going to do it for the first quarter. With the end of the first quarter in the books, the score, Aldine Nimitz, the Lady Cougars 15, and the Aldine MacArthur Lady Generals 1. You're listening to Aldine ISD basketball on Vype Live. Welcome back to M.O. Campbell Center in Houston. Michael Lewis along with Kyle Harris with you. It is the Aldine ISD basketball, the girls district opener between Aldine Nimitz and Aldine MacArthur. Pretty much, Kyle, it's been pretty much all Nimitz the game so far. As you head to the second quarter, they're leading 15-1.
Yeah, Coach Vincent and the Nimitz Cougars doing a really nice job there in that first quarter. Just leading defense into offense and getting some of those transition buckets. We saw it a lot early in the first quarter, as well as just tenacious defense that we're seeing right now on the Generals. And that's been all Nimitz Cougars in the first quarter. We'll see if MacArthur can answer in the second.
Could be a blocky. Ribolito went in. There's a blocking foul. It's going to be on. Looks like it's going to be on Brass. Cassetta's going to bring it in for MacArthur. Looks like there's going to be 2 shots, okay. So it's going to be 2 shots at the line. Nicole Ribolito at the line. It's going to shoot 2. MacArthur down 15-1. She's shooting 1 shot. MacArthur with the ball. Brings it up. Swings it out. Oh, good steal by Patterson.
Patterson working it back out, though, letting the MacArthur Generals set up.
Ned trying to get to Ribolito, but
she wasn't really ready for it.
She wasn't.
That's just a little bit of miscommunication there, and it's a young Generals team. They're gonna figure it out as they go throughout the season. But it's a tough first test when you're facing the Nimitz Cougars. And great steal.
Great steal. Good job, Ned. Up with the shot. It's no good, but that was a good try by Maya Brass. Down.
Little cherry picking there.
And it scored 17-1. Bucket made by Malaysia Williams.
Good job by Ribolito. Just driving around that full court press. Yeah, it's been Nicole Ribolito trying to do what she can as the primary ball handler for MacArthur. It's just getting everybody else, with her on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're starting to make some of these shots. They've had some open looks. They just haven't fallen. They've been at the free throw line about 5 or 6 times. Just all these shots just feels like there's a lid on the basket today for the
and it seems like Ribolito's trying to urge on the offense to be able to be more consistent. There's a first shot she's had. And she's actually the leading scorer with these buckets from the free throw line. It's 17-2 now. One more shot for Nicole Ribolito. Ribolito makes them both, and in the ball game for Zoe Cassetta, that's going to be Arena Kemp Johnson in for Cassetta. Richard bringing the ball down to Williams. Williams ran into good defense by Arena Kemp Johnson. The ball will stay with Nimitz, though. In the ball game for Nimitz is going to be Brianna Fisher coming for Malaysia Williams. Richard out to Carter. Carter swings it out to Fisher. Up. Rebolito with the steal, but it's back over, stolen by Richard. Good job. Good pass to Nia Oliver, the senior.
What a pass there from Richard. That was beauty. That was a pretty right there. Great transition. That's what we've been seeing a lot of Nimitz, just pretty transition baskets at the rim.
At the rim.
19-3 is their lead, and just really great defensive playing on MacArthur. If you're MacArthur, you want to try and get back into it, set some pick and rolls, try and find your offense, and then you got to stop Nimitz on that transition. You got to get back on defense and lower some of those transition buckets.
They're trying to go up for the shot for MacArthur, but she was fouled. Looks like the foul's going to be on number 20, Nia Oliver, the Nimitz. The ball game, number 15. There's too many on the floor. Looks like there was a miscommunication who was out.
Rebolito taking a rest on the bench for a little bit.
That shot is good. It's 19-4. She has one more shot. Get to some of the scores around the Metro Houston area, affecting in our district, in the Aldine district as well. She missed the second one. Richard over to Carter. Carter back to Richard. Richard going off with a shot. Oh, good shot, but the foul is going to be on MacArthur. Check that foul. Rich is going to take it. Alexis Brownlow, the junior, the 5'11 junior, with the foul. And now Rich is going to shoot two. First one's up and good. 20-4.
Yeah, Richard's really balling tonight, Michael. Whether it's transition or in defense, she's been very good at just ball handling, keeping possession in Nimitz' hands, and then also showing off her skill, a little bit of swag, a little bit of flash we've been seeing from Richard as well this game. I've been liking what I've been seeing from her, as well as everybody else in the Nimitz Cougars.
There's a press again.
They came out
Fisher with the steal.
And just not giving up, just still right there on the defensive board, just
Patterson being pressured. Oh, there's that steal, and there's that trap we were talking about. They're running that flat 1-2-2. It flips over now into a 2-2-1.
Yeah, and Rebolito and Tiny Mina Torres checking back in for MacArthur to try and break some of this full court press that Nimitz has been showing.
Torres to Ned. Ned to Rebolito. Back to Ned. They have to break the press now. It's up to Kemp Johnson. Back to Rebolito. Into Ned.
And it's just MacArthur, they're having to work so hard for the buckets, just trying to get around that pressure from Nimitz, and it's played a factor. I mean, you can obviously tell only 4 points offensively. They really struggled. That defense from Nimitz is really showing today, and MacArthur, it's just hard to come by for buckets for them right now.
It is. It is. Nikisha Ned at the free throw line. It shows in basically, and it's going to be a good MacArthur group. The shot is up and good. 21-5. Holly Richardson back in the ball game.
Starting to score more from the free throw line. You like to see that, MacArthur. We did talk a little bit about Nimitz being in some foul trouble, so that is what you got to take advantage of, trying to just go up there and try and draw that foul. And there goes Addison. I mean, one of just the dirty workers you have down low for MacArthur, just not able to corral it, falling down. It's going to be a travel. It's going to go back Nimitz's way, but you need people like Addison on your team that's going to get those hustle plays and going to get those loose 50-50 balls for you.
Yes. Richard bringing it down. Carter. It's going to be a foul. Looks like it's going to be on Cole Rebolito.
Yep, they're going to give it to Rebolito. Just a little bit caught in the cookie jar there. And it's tough, though, if you're MacArthur. You know, you're trying everything you can. You know, Coach Janzer was talking to me before the game about trying to be a little bit more aggressive defensively. I'm sure she doesn't mind that foul from Rebolito, because you are trying to get the ball and you're trying to improve a little bit defensively and try and turn some of those turnovers into buckets like we've been seeing from Nimitz tonight.
Right. 21-5. We have a stop and play. Into Carter for Nimitz. Fisher flashing through. Back out to Richard. Richard over to Fisher. She got the three.
Just great pass and great awareness.
Great swing, ball swinging.
Yeah, really good job of Fisher not being afraid of that moment, just taking that shot. And that's cash money right there. 24-5, Nimitz Cougars lead.
Ball's in to Ned. Ned to Torres. Torres to Rebolito. Nimitz again going that 2-2-1. Rebolito to the basket, and it's in. 24-7. It's been Nicole Rebolito so far for this team.
Yeah, going all the way with the left. Finishing on that left side, just breaking that Nimitz defense down by herself. Just trying to go around those bodies and able to get to the basket on that one.
To Fisher.
Nice ball movement.
Flash it into Richardson, but the ball by Richard actually went south, and Holly wasn't able to get it. And it's the strangest thing, and you know, Holly Richardson was their leading scorer the last two games, and tonight she hasn't scored at all. So it looks like a good job by MacArthur to seal her off tonight. MacArthur in that trap zone defense, good steal by Brass. gives it to Richard. Richard coming down. Fisher loses it.
That's another pass from Richard. She's got to be better. She just tried to get one in down low that wasn't quite there. Another errant pass is going to be a turnover for Nimitz. This is where you got to catch up if you're MacArthur.
Ned to Rebolito. Rebolito. Kemp Johnson. Rebolito. No.
She's going to get it with the left that time.
Fisher with the rebound for Nimitz. 24-7, Nimitz leading 3:31 in the second quarter. Fisher, Richardson loses the ball.
Yeah, you got to be ready for that pass if you're Richardson.
I wasn't ready for that one.
Another turnover. This is what I'm talking about. MacArthur just not being able to find anything on offense here. You see 3 straight Nimitz turnovers and nothing to show for it from the Lady Generals.
Addison. That's going to be a charge on Lanice Addison, the 6'1" senior. (24-7) in this one.
More than halfway through this second quarter, about 3 minutes to go.
Carter bringing this one, let's see, into Brass. Carter to Richard. Now back to Carter out to Richardson. Shot by
good defense.
Richard was off.
The defense is really stepping up in the second quarter for MacArthur to try and limit some of those Nimitz easy buckets they had in the first.
Rebolito. Good defense by Nimitz. Patterson. Johnson.
Nimitz is trying to say, let anybody beat us but Rebolito at this point.
Ball was out.
Yeah, they're going to call that foul as a push on Nimitz. Going to put that on number 23, Brass.
Brass with the foul. Williams and
here we're in the
Williams and Anderson are going to get ready to come in. The first shot is knocked off by Addison. Brass and Fish are going to come out. Williams and
called bank on that one.
Ball bank shot on that one. 24-8 in this one. Addison's shot was good. Richardson out to Richard. Carter pulls up. No. Ball's off. Alding, the rebound there was by Brownlow. Into Addison. Rebelito with the shot. Good rebound by Addison.
Oh,
but she's fouled on the way down.
She went down hard. But going to get another two
shots on the
here at the charity
2 free throws. That's going to be Nishi Anderson with the foul for Nimitz. Number 11.
Really good job by Addison, just going up and getting that extra.
Get that power move.
There was
yes.
A couple Nimitz defenders in front of her and just able to get over their heads and grab that ball out of the air.
Addison, shot's good. 24-9. MacArthur. Williams out. It's like Kendall Roberts is in the ball game. Addison, second shot. No. Violation. 24-9. There's some promise. This quarter's looked really pretty good for MacArthur, but still Nimitz is putting that pressure on him.
Yeah, still with the 15-point lead. Nimitz offense hasn't gotten it done in the recency, and there's another steal for MacArthur. MacArthur's defense has really picked up in the second quarter.
It has.
The problem is the offense still isn't there. You had a bunch of turnovers from
Brownlow,
Nimitz, just not able to convert
going in.
But I will say this: a lot of free throws for MacArthur this first.
They've been going to the line, and that's what we can see in this trend in the second quarter.
And that's what they're going to have to do to get back in this game. They're going to have to get to the line. They're going to have to use Nimitz aggression against them, start to draw some of those fouls, and then actually convert at the charity stripe, which they've kind of struggled with in this first half.
Right. Alexis Brownlow at the line. The foul was on Holly Richardson. And shots up and good. It's 24-10. And here's the thing. Quietly, we can say this now. Quietly, MacArthur has outscored them so far in the second quarter. Second shot by Brownlow. In and out. It's coming down.
Good rebound.
Addison with a great rebound. And that's going to be
going up, I believe. Yep. They're going to put that on Nimitz. Another foul. Rebelito going to the line for another 2 free throws.
Nishi Anderson with the foul again for Nimitz.
And exactly what you talked about earlier, Michael, is the foul trouble that Nimitz might start to get into. That could be a slow, methodical way for MacArthur to slowly start to trickle back into this game.
And and kind of was so as Rebelito hits this one, it's 24-11. But what's so strange about this is that I covered one of Nimitz's games like the same thing happened to the same MacArthur team when it was at MacArthur's place. That was good by Rebelito, 24-12. But it seems like in the second half, Nimitz turned on the juice for some reason. I'm beginning to feel the same way here.
Yeah, we'll see. They're definitely going to have to make adjustments going into the halftime because they just haven't been
able
up and good to score very much. As I say that, they do get a bucket on the left side at the rim, but MacArthur doing a lot better job on the defensive end this half to limit
Addison to Rebelito. Now the ball's out. think we get a lot more. MacArthur can go with a lot more Lanice Addison in the second half, and also to help with Rambolito as well. Carter bringing it down. Try to get to Holly Richardson. Went over her head. 26-12. We're coming out of the end of the first half here. Brownlow throws it away.
And just a little bit out of sorts for both these teams coming down to the wire,
turnovers,
and just trying to get into rhythm.
And it's really strange. It's great you mentioned that Kyle. Is the fact is that for some reason or other, both of these teams they've had a couple of really funky weeks as well. Anderson to Richard, to Carter, back over to Carter, Anderson, back over to Carter, and that's going to do it for the first half. It's been a back and forth game, but there is a little bit more improvement from MacArthur, but the Lady Generals still trailed this one by a score of 26-12 over trailing the Aldi Nimitz Lady Cougars. It's been a very good first half so far. We've seen some switches and changes for MacArthur as well in the second quarter, but we'll see what happens in the second half. The score at halftime, the score here at M.O. Campbell Center, the score, the Aldi Lady Nimitz Cougars 26 and the Aldi MacArthur Lady Generals 12.
welcome back in to Aldine ISD MO Campbell Center. Kyle Harris alongside Michael Lewis. Michael, you have some scores around the area for us.
Kyle, I actually have tonight. There's a really big game not that far away from us. It's Spring versus Westfield. We have no scoring there. We'll try to get one for you before we get out of here. And also, we also have Benjamin Davis taking on Aldine. We'll have that score for you as well in District 14. Also, bigger games that have finished. Bel Air defeated Heights by a score of 55-21. Galena Park beating Milby by a score of 50-20. And also a good game. AM Consolidated Magnolia West 36-34 in the fourth. We're just now starting here. Second half of this ball game. 26-12. Aldine Nimitz leads this one. Rebelito for MacArthur. Shot is up. No good. But she gets the ball back. Takes a shot again. No good. Rebound by Richardson. Gets it out to Richard. Richard over to Fisher. Fisher going to take a shot. It is no good. Back out now to Richard. Richard's going to take a three. No. Falls short. She gets a loose ball. And it's going to stay with Nimitz. It's going to stay with Nimitz on this one. Ball is off of Kim Johnson. Carter's going to bring it into Fisher. No, she's going to look for Fisher. Now she'll get it to Richard. Richard now swings it out. Now it's stolen by Revelito. Revelito on coast to coast with it. It's off. And it's going to be a foul on MacArthur. Probably on Madison Eden for MacArthur. Nimitz to bring the ball in. Richard with the corner.
Yeah, and if you're just joining us, a little bit of insight. We saw Nimitz dominate pretty early on in transition points, and in that second quarter, though, near the end, MacArthur really started to tighten up on the defensive end and really started to limit some of those opportunities that Nimitz was getting and made it more of a game. I know the score is 26-12, but in the first half, MacArthur had maybe 1 or 2 points, so they really turned it on in that second quarter, and now it's Nimitz's job to answer.
Richardson, back up, Holly Richardson, shots missed. Richardson gets a loose ball.
That's going to be a jump ball.
It's going to be a jump ball.
And they've been led by Nicole Revelito. MacArthur has, the Lady Generals, in that second quarter. She took a lot of the scoring weight, the offensive weight, put it on her shoulders, and had been trying to slowly but surely get them back in this game. And they've been able to do a lot of that, Michael, from the free throw line.
Yes. Right in, Holly Richardson. No. Point blank, missed it. Revelito brings it down.
And it slips through the arms of MacArthur. Couple turnovers for both teams as we're starting to slowly get back into the swing of things in this third quarter. No points have been scored yet, though.
Guarded down. Scores.
And there we go.
28-16. That's a 12. 16-point lead. Again, here's that tramp. Basket's good. Kim Johnson for MacArthur. Basket's good by Fisher for Nimitz. 30-12. Good steal. He picks up the ball back to Patterson. Now to Johnson. Kim Johnson up. No good. Richardson gets the loose ball. Brass is in now. Going off for Hubbard. Cassetta. Shot. Eaton with the putback. No good. Rebolito, shot no good, tipped away by Richardson.
You gotta love Rebolito, always going after her misses. You know, she follows her ball every time, and she's been getting a lot of second chance opportunities.
Rebolito with the shot, it's good. Nicole Rebolito kind of keeping his team in the game here.
Yeah, that's the first three for the MacArthur Generals. Timeout on the floor, we'll take it.
30-17. You are listening to Vype Live. Back here at M.L. Campbell Center, Michael Lewis along with Kyle Harris.
And the Generals really starting to come back a little bit. Michael, we just saw Nicole Rebolito end that little drive on that three. Got a timeout from Nimitz, now only with a 13-point lead. And the MacArthur Lady Generals are starting to slowly make their way back in this game, which I'm pretty surprised about. So.
Yes, and this is their District 14 6A match, the first one for both of them. Bring it into Carter. Richard gonna look for some rotation in. Fisher loses the ball off her foot.
Great hands there by Rebolito, knocking the ball
Great hands by Rebolito. It's gonna go to MacArthur. Bill Johnson's gonna bring it in. Patterson gives it out. It's stolen by Carter, but back to Rebolito. She has it back for MacArthur.
Really good job on MacArthur. They're getting turned over, but they're getting that ball right back. They're not giving Nimitz a lot of offensive opportunities here in this third quarter.
Eden to Rebolito. Rebolito to Patterson. Patterson inside. And she went inside to Nat's going to be going to the line is going to be Alexis Brownlow. I'm going to check that foul. I believe that foul is going to be in Williams. Brownlow is going to shoot two. To 18 before 4 in the third. Check the foul was on Anaya Richard, the last one. Brownlow shot again. 30-19 in this one. Nimitz still leads with some, but still a very, the game is tightening up here just a little bit. Williams. Shot is up.
That's a tough shot.
Missed.
Tough shot there.
Tough shot
by the Generals.
Great defense. Brownlow with the rebound. Patterson looking for Wace's dribble. Going up with the ball. Rebound by Williams. Williams, Carter. Up and no, but she's going to draw the foul. That MacArthur foul is going to be on number 11. Arena Kemp Johnson. What we're noticing here, Kyle, is really actually a lot of, it seems like the defense is ball hawking defense has now switched a little bit over to MacArthur's side.
Yeah.
A lot more harder makes for Nimitz in this, and now Nimitz is going to free throw line, but it's not taking that up and down stretch like it was in the first half.
No, you're absolutely right. The game is starting to slow down a little bit, and you know, ever since about the in the beginning first quarter, halfway through second quarter, I would have said it's Nimitz game all the way.
Yes.
Halfway through the second quarter, we're starting to see that momentum change, and MacArthur really starting to make a small run here. Great job, though, by Nimitz knocking down those 2 free throws and continuing to extend that lead.
Carter knocks down the 2 threes. It's 32-19, but that foul is going to be on.
And another thing we got to look out for is the fouls on Nimitz. You know, they did get into a little bit of foul trouble late in that second quarter. We're going to see if that plays a factor here in the second half, because that was a way that MacArthur slowly started to make their way back into it, was getting to the charity stripe and just trying to be aggressive on the offensive end.
Malaysia Williams in now for Nia Richards with 3 fouls in this one. Eaton going down to good block off by Holly Richardson, and the ball is going to go out. And it's going to go to MacArthur. We're going to get a timeout by MacArthur. We're going to take it with him. The score, Aldie Nimitz Lady Cougars 32 and the MacArthur Lady Generals 19. You are listening to Aldie ISD basketball on Vype Live. We'll be back. Back here at Elmo Campbell Center. Casetta with the shot. Eaton with the putback, and good. 32-21. Nimitz still leading us with 3:06 in the third.
Good steal.
Good steal by Patterson. Over to Rebolito, and no. There's a miss. Rebound by Williams. That's gonna be a tie up. Kyle Harris, Michael Lewis with you.
They're gonna call that a hole on Nicole Rebolito.
It's gonna be a hold foul on Nicole Rebolito. Kyle Harris, Michael Lewis with you in this District 14 6A game between MacArthur Lady Generals and the Aldie Nimitz Lady Cougars. Fisher.
And another, just getting a little handsy there.
The foul's going to be on Patterson for MacArthur.
And Rebolito's going to
come out.
I think she's just got a little bit of foul trouble here. Dancer just wants to save her for that fourth quarter. Pretty much leading scorer for MacArthur there, checking out.
Right, Carter. And out of Richardson.
Great defense from Brownslow. That was great job, just not allowing that pass to get down low, able to swat that away.
Yes.
On another turnover for Nimitz. So we see him get back in that full court press. See if MacArthur can break it without Rebolito on the floor.
Back out, no. Good steal by Williams.
And now it's starting to be MacArthur getting in a little bit of foul trouble here.
Oliver to Williams, and Williams was fouled. Oh, Oliver was fouled.
So they're going to call that one on Johnson for MacArthur. Now if you're Nimitz, I mean, 6 fouls so far in this third quarter by MacArthur, only 2 for Nimitz. So Nimitz lowering that foul trouble, and MacArthur starting to get into some.
Rebound by Eden for MacArthur.
Let's see what Coach Dancer has.
Back over Patterson, Johnson to Torres.
Nice steal.
Fisher going all the way down with it for Nimitz, and she is fouled. Foul's going to be on Johnson, Rena Kemp Johnson. Fisher's going to go to the line for Nimitz. Nimitz is going to shoot 2. Fisher scores. It's now 33 to 21. Shot up by Fisher. It's good. 34 to 21. Nimitz leads this one. Rebolito trying to get it to Johnson. Hill Johnson went out.
Yeah, that was Torres on that pass. Rebolito still sitting out. Mia Torres is trying to do what she can to get the offense going, but I will say Nimitz's 2-3 defense that they have set up has really been giving the Generals trouble getting into the setting their offense, as we see Generals make a couple more substitutions here.
Brownlow coming out. Fisher. Swing it to Williams. Williams with a shot. It's good. 36 to 21. 129 in this one. Patterson to Torres. Ned. Back to Torres. Now to Patterson. She brings it down. Trap. Good trap by Nimitz. And that's going to be a timeout. The timeout's going to be called by MacArthur. 1:13 in the third quarter. The score, the Aldine Nimitz Lady Cougars 36 and the MacArthur Lady Generals of Aldine 21. You're listening to Aldine ISD basketball on Vype Live. Back here with you, Kyle Harris, Michael Lewis with you. It is Aldine MacArthur and Aldine Nimitz in girls 14-6A action. MacArthur trailing this one, and it's going to be a blocking foul. It's going to be a Holly Richardson. Lakeisha Ned is shooting the basketball for at the free throw line. That's Richardson's second or first foul. Ned already has 5 in this game. She's first one miss. 36 to 21. Nimitz leading this one. Excuse me. Second one by Ned. Miss. Off of Holly Richardson. It's going to go back to MacArthur. Patterson's going to bring it in.
Oh, it hit the back of the under the rim right there. Tried to get it across the court.
Torres. Over to Patterson. Ned. Torres. Good. 36 to 23. Nimitz still leading on this one. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Fisher. Rebound by Williams. She stepped out. Anderson, Hill Johnson, Torres, no. Good rebound by Hill Johnson. Traveling on Ned.
Yeah, less than 3 seconds remaining, though. I don't know if Nimitz is going to be able to do much here. But you never know. So they're going to let the ball travel as much as possible.
Fisher's going to let it roll. Going to try to take a shot, and no good. We go to the fourth quarter. Headed to the fourth quarter in this 14-6A game. District match between Aldine Nimitz and Aldine MacArthur. The score. Aldine Nimitz 36, the Lady Cougars 36, and the Aldine MacArthur Lady Mustangs 23. You are listening and watching Aldine ISD basketball on Vype Live. We'll be back.
All right, Kyle Harris here, back at M.O. Campbell Center here for the fourth quarter between MacArthur and Nimitz. Michael has some more scores around the area, though, for us. Michael?
The district leaders from last year's Cypress Ridge defeated Northbrook by a score of 73-18, but a good one up at the Woodlands. Conroe defeated the Woodlands by a score of 51-49. We're trying to get you caught up on a game that is already in progress. It's an overtime between A&M and Magnolia West. Back to the action here. The basket's going to be, it's going to go back to Nimitz. This one here, it's 36-23. Aldine Nimitz, the Lady Cougars, leading this one in the fourth. Very well played game, though, by both teams, though. Carter. Shot up and good. Three-pointer is good. Bill Johnson trying to get it into Addison. That's going to be a foul. Checkered foul is going to be on okay. So that foul is going to be on Addison for MacArthur.
Nimitz been doing a really good job in the second half, just controlling the pace, controlling the boards. You know, 39-23 the lead. We see Nicole Rebolito check back in from MacArthur, who has been out most of the end of this third quarter. Got a small little delay for the officials here, trying to figure out where the call was and who was on, but I do believe it will be Nimitz basketball. But if you're a MacArthur Generals fan, this is the time to try and catch back up. You're going to have to make some shots as well as cause some turnovers, because a 16-point lead is difficult. And believe it or not, they're actually in the bonus. So we're going to take free throws for Nimitz, because MacArthur, we see 8 fouls here in the second half, and that could be a big blow to try and have them start to try and shorten this lead that Nimitz has on them with 16 points.
The shot is up and good by Hubbard. Kira Hubbard, a senior.
I really have liked what I've been seeing from MacArthur, though. They have really stepped up their defense than they did last year. Nimitz club, though, just has everything going for him. Coach Van Sant doing a great job with all these girls. They have a lot of depth and a lot of good ball skills and basketball awareness. And they've been just doing a really good job tonight against the Generals. And it shows with a 17-point lead.
The swing out. Kick over by Rebelio to Hill Johnson. No.
Yeah,
Ned with the rebound.
You got to make those if you're MacArthur. If you want to slowly start to get back into it, you got to start making those.
Oh, good job. Great basket.
Yeah, that was Addison with the find.
Addison with the basket. Carter in, foul by Addison. And you know, when you really look at the actual team for MacArthur, I mean, when you really look at it, it's still a really good combination with Addison, and who they're really high on is Nikisha Ned, the six foot sophomore. They're really high on her. Carter at the line shoots that one. 41-25. Nimitz leading this one. Carter's going to get a second one. Shot, no good. Ned with the rebound. 41-25. Nimitz leads this one. Shot by Hill Johnson. Good. 41-28. 6:42. Nimitz still up with this one. Carter.
Nice steal there from Rebelio.
Nice Rebelio with the steal.
Not able to finish with
Not able to finish off.
Finding a rebound. Still trying to get it up there, but two
Carter
chances at it.
pushing it down for Nimitz. Richardson, no. Holly Richardson back up for Holly Richardson, good.
Yeah, really nice job, Richardson, following her miss. We did see her knock down that elbow jumper earlier in the game and goes right back to it. Not able to get it, but finds a rebound, able to put it back up for two.
Addison, ball's off of Richardson. – 43-28 in this one. Rebelito, Hill Johnson, no. Good rebound by Ned. Nikisha Ned with the basket.
MacArthur really has to play smart here. Any fouls, and they're putting Nimitz at the free throw line, and it's exactly what happened. That's going to be called on Torres, and Nimitz going to go to the free throw line.
And Fisher's going to go to the free throw line. As you're correct, Kyle, they've gone to the free throw line this quarter. Fisher's going to go to the line for Nimitz. First shot's a miss. Fisher in the ball game. For Addison is Brownlow. Fisher up is good. 44-30 in this one. 5:36 left. Torres to Hill Johnson. Try to get it in the net. Couldn't. It was stolen by Carter. Gets it up now. Carter, east coast to coast, good.
Great body control by Carter there going in the lane.
46-30. Brownlow to Torres. She lost it. Hubbard has it.
Another steal by Nimitz. They're doing a really good job in that press.
Carter has it. Now she's going to look for Richard. Richard on the outside. Shot by Fisher. Rebound by Hubbard.
Hubbard, I think, is going to step out of bounds there.
That's going to be an actual loose ball foul on Hubbard.
Oh, okay. Maybe just drop the shoulder a little bit. MacArthur down 16. You want to try and get easy buckets with this full court press. If you know how to break it, you can get to the goal and try and get some easy buckets if you're MacArthur. But if you can't break it, it's going to be another turnover. And luckily, it's going to stay here.
It's going to stay in MacArthur.
Nimitz has just been doing a really great job all game. I mean, Coach Vincent and these girls, they haven't given in. You know, we've seen a little bit ebbs and flows. We've seen MacArthur try and step, but, you know, they've kept their pedal to the metal, and they're continuing to play really good defense. Carter. Knocking balls out of the way, and, you know, can't say enough about these Nimitz Lady Cougars tonight.
MacArthur bring it in. Kemp Johnson. Patterson to Cole Rebolito. Back to Patterson. Back to Rebolito. Kemp Johnson, good. This is second three-pointer by Renna Kemp Johnson this quarter. 46-33. Does he answer with it? No, Brownlow with the actual rebound. Back in the net to Patterson, out to Rebolito. Inside to Brownlow, and she is fouled. Foul is going to be on, looks like it's going to be on Holly Richardson. No, check that, yes. Maybe a second one on Holly Richardson. For Nimitz, Brass is going to check in. Brownlow is at the line. A little short. My Brass is going to come in the game, take out Hubbard. Brownlow with the second shot. Shot is off. Lane violation must have been on Maya Brass. No, check that. It would have been on. It was on Richard, and Richard. Brownlow, second shot. Extra shot, good. This is actually a pretty good run by MacArthur, the Lady Generals. They're down now 46-34 to Nimitz, the Lady Cougars. 4-3 left. Carter. Ball stolen from Fisher. Rebolito up. Good. 36-46, and Nimitz is going to have to call a timeout. We'll take it with them. The score. The Aldine Nimitz Lady Cougars 46 and the MacArthur Lady Generals 36. You are listening to and watching Aldine ISD basketball. Powered by Vype Live. We're back here at the M.L. Campbell Center. 3:41 with this in this game. Michael Lewis, Kyle Harris with you 46-36, Nimitz in this ball game, but this is not indicative of the fact of how MacArthur has played in the second half. Carter.
MacArthur switching it up, actually going into man defense here, as they were on the 2-3.
And it's been causing a lot of turnovers for Nimitz. They steal the ball here now. Patterson for MacArthur. That ball stolen back from Fisher. For Nimitz up to Carter. And good. 48-36.
And now you see Nimitz starting to back up off that full court press. They're just going to make sure that MacArthur doesn't score on the other end. Trying to stiffen up that half-court defense.
Brownlow. The tie-up. MacArthur with the basketball. Rebolito on the Brownlow's hands.
Ready for that pass.
Richard Hill.
A nice block from
Hill
MacArthur.
Johnson to Patterson. Patterson comes across now. Kemp Johnson, I'm sorry, to Patterson. Kemp Johnson now swings it. Ned. Guarded by Richardson. Kemp Johnson. That 3-second violation on Ned. .224 left in this one. It has been a game of runs, pretty much, Kyle. It's been a game of runs, and it's just indicative of the fact is the score. It's not as indicative of the fact of how the fight that MacArthur's had in this game tonight.
No, absolutely. But you got to give Coach Vincent and Nimitz credit here. They've been really good of just keeping the pressure on defensively, as well as their girls are very good offensively. You know, they're very offensively minded. You can just see they make crisp passes. They make good decisions with the ball. Sometimes they lose it every now and then, but kudos to Nimitz for coming out in this first game. You know, leading 12, about 2 minutes left going into it. Going to have a quick timeout here. We'll take it with them. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Vype Live. Nimitz leading MacArthur 48-36. Kyle Harris and Michael Lewis back here at M.O. Campbell Center. Michael, you got some more scores coming from the area, correct?
Yeah, from around the area. It's a little bit outside of here, but Groveton beat Spurter 51-23. The Village School here beat Brazos 65-31 today. Also, First Baptist beat Cypress Christian 44-11. Shepherd defeated Groveton by a score of 36-25. Games also final. Again, Galena Park beat Milby 50-20. Also, Bel Air defeated Heights 55-21. Deer Park has just defeated Rockford Fulton 59-10. This one here, it's 48-36.
A little bit closer than some of those other scores we've been hearing around the area.
Yes.
You know, got a little bit more competitive game out here at M.O. Campbell and Aldine.
MacArthur bringing the ball down, trailing by a score of 48-36 to Aldine Nimitz. Shot missed. Shot is missed again. Dive for the loose ball. That foul is going to be on Johnson for MacArthur.
And that's going to, Nimitz still shooting free throws here, so that's going to take Fisher to the free throw line.
That's a fourth foul for Johnson. Arena Kemp Johnson.
And she's not happy about it, trying to see how they called that foul on her. A lot of moving bodies trying to get to that loose ball, and obviously the official saw something there. And just Nimitz going back to the free throw line again.
Fisher, shot is up, doesn't fall. If Nimitz hangs on here, they're going to 1-0 in district, and they're on the season. They'll be 7-6. Second shot's good by Fisher. 49-36 in this one. Patterson brings the ball up now for Aldi. MacArthur. Ned driving to the basket. Shot's not falling. Down Carter picks it up for Nimitz. They're going to set it up. Holly Richardson, shot. Foul is going to be on Lexus Brownlow. Holly Richardson at the line. Doesn't go down. Richardson is probably, as you know, she was all district in 14-6A in volleyball. Shot again, up and no good. So 49-36, 114 in this one. Kemp Johnson to Rebelito to Patterson. Rebelito, no. Shot's going to go out. So what's going to happen, Kyle? Now it's Nimitz is going to pull off their first victory in District 14-6A, where MacArthur will fall to 0-1.
Still so early on in the season, though. Both
and this is an early start,
yeah.
and a lot of promising positives for tonight's game.
Oh, yeah.
As well. Richard to Carter.
Still early in the season. Both these teams, I'm sure, and both coaches will tell you still a lot to work on, but you're absolutely right. It looks like Nimitz is going to come around with the first district win of the year for them and the Lady Cougars, and kudos to them and wish them the best of luck as they continue to go through district play. So it's going to be a lot of fun watching another Aldine basketball out here with you and Vype.
And MacArthur, they'll follow 0-1 now. Their next game, they'll take on Aldine on Tuesday. That's going to be.
That'll be a good one. It looks like Nicole Rebelito just fouled out as she went and shook Coach Venzant's hand for Nimitz, and she's not happy, as I'm sure she would have liked a win in this game, as I'm sure all the rest of the MacArthur girls. But good sportsmanship to go over to head coach of Nimitz, Coach Venzant, and just show her appreciation. She was the leading scorer of the night for MacArthur. She played a fantastic game.
Now in the next game for the Lady Cougars will be against Eisenhower on Tuesday. As you probably know, Eisenhower was the district champion, co-champions last year,
yes,
along with Nimitz as well. Two shots were made by Carter. 51-36 in this one. Patterson's going to bring it down. Ned taken by Carter. The back over. Johnson, three, no. Brownlow, rebound, lost. Richard going to hold on to it. Going to take a shot, and good. 51-36 on this one. Torres is just going to throw it. It just goes out.
Yeah, not sure what she was thinking on that one. Must have been thinking that time was almost out. So Nimitz going to get another opportunity here. That was actually a 2 on that shot, so only 53.
And Kyle, there's an update over from Westfield High School. The number 20 Frank Westfield and Spring there at a shootout over there. That's going to do it for this one. The final score, it's going to be the final score. The Aldine Nimitz Lady Cougars 53 and the MacArthur Lady Generals 36 of Aldine MacArthur Lady Generals. Now the actual Nimitz Lady Cougars will go down to 7-6 on the season, first win in district, while Aldine MacArthur will go down now to 4-9 on the season, but also will go 0-1 in district as well. MacArthur will take on Aldine, the Aldine High School on Tuesday, while Eisenhower waits the Nimitz Lady Cougars on Tuesday as well.
Absolutely.
We thank you very much for joining us on Vype Live for Aldine ISD basketball. Thank you very much for joining us again. The final score from M.O. Campbell Center in Houston. The final score, the Aldine Nimitz Lady Cougars 53 and the Aldine MacArthur Lady Generals 36. Again, thank you very much for joining us. For Michael Lewis, Kyle Harris, have a good evening. And thank you for listening and watching on Vype Live.